This is the story of two Japanese minimalists who spent 6 days in Hawaii. A little mysterious, a little magical. We each packed only 7 kilos. The only plan? Celebrate my birthday. Other than that, almost nothing was said. But somehow, this spacious, unplanned trip led us to one unforgettable miracle. Day 1, called to the big island. Yeah, we made it onto the plane! I forgot to take a video, but bags just under the 7 kilo limits. Yay! After an overnight flight, we landed in Oahu. Then hopped on another plane to our first real destination, the Big Island. You might want to ask, why the Big Island? Honestly, we just felt called. For Yuppie, my girlfriend, this island had always been a dream. As for me, I just felt excited. No reason, just a feeling. And that gut feeling was right. A once-in-a-lifetime encounter was waiting for us. Alright, time to rent a car and head to my friend's place. I was so excited, but also I was kinda terrified. Because you know what? The steering wheel and the lanes are the opposite from Japan. So the whole time I was driving, I kept whispering like, right side, right side. But still, I almost drove into the wrong lane so many times. But I didn't. Phew! Finally, made it to my friend's house. The ultimate simple life. Look at this! Their place is like a hidden jungle base. They built everything from scratch, living off the grid with their own power and water. They grow their own food, design their home freely, and live in harmony with nature. I thought I was living a simple life, but this is the whole new level. It's so simple living with nature. It might look inconvenient for you, but they had Wi-Fi and even hot showers. Isn't it great? And the best part, the tea room in the middle of nature. Look at this! There's no hanging scrolls, no flowers, no walls, but that makes it super minimal tea room. I loved it. One day, I'd love to create a place like this too. That night, my friends threw a barbecue for my birthday. It wasn't even planned, I just mentioned it was my birthday tomorrow, and they made it happen. Being celebrated in the middle of nature, surrounded by amazing people, I feel so lucky and grateful. Day 2, a familiar feeling. The next day, we visited the only place we had to see, Kilauea Volcano, a must-visit spot on the Big Island. The moment we arrived, Yuppie says something. It's my first time here, but somehow it feels familiar. At first I was like, why? But later, I totally got it. Because Yuppie is from Kagoshima, a place in Japan that also has a volcano, just like here. The smell of the wind, the power of the fire, the energy in the air. Maybe it reminded her of home. Or maybe even though Kagoshima and Hawaii are far apart, they're connected in some deeper spiritual way. That's what I started to feel too. That night, we stayed in another place, deep in nature. Off-grid house again. But it felt a bit different from the night before. Yesterday was more wildlife, and this one, a bit more stylish life. Both have their unique charm. I love it. In this house, we gotta enjoy 3 little luxuries. First, the stars. The stars here were just magical. Never seen this beautiful sky. Second, the sound of koki frogs. Right? Koki, right? Koki frogs. Here, take a listen. Some locals say they're noisy, but to us, it felt like nature's orchestra. Yeah, the sound actually helped us sleep very well. Third, eating in the middle of nature. Yeah, just that alone felt healing. Plus, we made some adorable little friends. Look at this, so cute. Of course, off-grid life comes with its inconveniences. But honestly, even those become part of the adventure. Day 3, a fateful encounter. My friend told us, hey, there's a hot spring you should check out. We were totally free that day and both love onsen, hot springs. So we thought, why not? Then we decided to go and everything started to flow from that decision. The place was called Pohoiki Bay and Hot Spring. a natural hot spring heated by volcano energy. We arrived and got into the onsen. The water was a little lukewarm, but actually really relaxing. And then it happened. Just as we were about to leave, someone suddenly spoke to us in Japanese. 日本人ですか? Are you Japanese? We casually introduced ourselves, and then we were all like, wait, what? First, she said her name was Akemi, and Yuppie went, oh, that's my mom's name. We were all surprised, but that wasn't the end of it. The next, she said, I'm Yuka, and we shouted, because that's actually Yuppie's real name. What are the chances? Yeah, we looked at each other and said, this has to be fate. After the hot spring, we decided to stop by another friend's place. We sipped matcha, shared a meal, and just enjoyed the slow, simple time together. Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday. The day started out totally blank. No plans at all, but somehow by the end, it was full of color. That's the beauty of minimalist journey. Leaving space for the unexpected. Day 4. What's in our 7-kilo bags? Today we headed to Oahu. And since we are at it, let us show you what we packed in our 7-kilo minimalist bags. Here's what I packed. Aside from the clothes I'm wearing, 1 pair of shoes, 1 pair of long pants, and a pair of sweatpants. 4 t-shirts, 4 pair of shorts, 3 tenugui, Japanese hand towels, 5 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of socks, swimsuits, 1 kimono, 1 jacket. This is a birthday present from Yuppie. It's so cool. And gadgets. An adapter, a power bank, an external hard drive, a wireless earphone, and mic. This is folding umbrella, tripod, travel kit, earplugs, and a sleep mask. And this is my minimal matcha kit for travel. This is so compact and so light. And toiletries, perfume, razor, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, hair wax, floss, and this. This is not the sketchy kind, just the one that clear your nose and is super refreshing. And wallet, passport, laptop, and laptop sleeve, and sunglasses. That's it. Right now, let's move on to what Yuppie packed. 2 t-shirts, indigo dyed long top, 2 jackets, 1 pair of white pants, and a knit top. She also packed quick dry towel and a tenugui, a swimsuit, leggings, and a hat, a hair iron, a comb, and body soap. This is underwear, contacts, band-aids, and some makeup. In this small pouch, she keeps her passport and credit card. She didn't bring any cash. She also packed her liquids in a small pouch. Things like shampoo, conditioner, eye drops, deodorant, and so on, all under 100 milliliter, of course. And this is her carry-on bag, with lip balm, medicine, and some more essentials. Oh, and shoes. For me, packing light as a guy is pretty easy. But for a woman to do this trip with just 7 kilos, that's seriously impressive. I thought Yuppie is a true minimalist. When you keep your belongings minimal, you move more freely. And when you move freely, you open yourself up to more experiences. Less stuff, more memories. That's the way we travel. Day 5, a fateful reunion. On this day, believe it or not, we were invited to visit Akemi-san's home. We had no idea what to expect, but we headed toward her house. We kept driving and finally, we made it. We got into the house, then we saw this beautiful view. Look at this. Wow, is this heaven? Yeah, Akemi-san is not just anyone. She turned out to be a really well-known Lomi therapist and healer in Japan. She had already retired, so the fact that we got to meet her, receive a Lomi session, a card reading, was incredibly special. We were so lucky. At this point, you might be wondering, why does she treat us with so much kindness? Because it was a fateful meeting for her too. Yeah, she told us, before coming to the big island, she received a strong message. You're going to meet someone special here. So she took a just 1-day trip, and the people she met were us. That's amazing, right? Thank you so much for finding us. Day 6, the final day. Just like that, it was already our last day. Looking back, we didn't do the typical Hawaii things. We didn't swim at the beach, we didn't buy many souvenirs, or hit all the tourist spots, but still, this journey was deep, meaningful, and unforgettable. And through it all, we learned many things. But the biggest lesson was live simply. Not just by owning less stuff, but by not overthinking, by feeling with your heart, by listening to your intuition. When you live simply like that, you naturally meet the people you are meant to meet. Yeah, and those encounters might beautifully change your life. Lastly, during the session, I pulled a card from a hall deck, and guess what it said? Simplicity. Let go of assumptions and complicated thoughts. Get clear on what you truly want. Live simply. So let's live simply together. Carry only what you need. Go where your heart wants to go with the people who matter. Thank you for watching until the end. Have a wonderful, simple day. Bye bye.